Hey, it's April 13th, and the cult has decided we're going to do it today. We'll send some drones from Iran, and then our fellow cult members will say, "Oh, boogeyman, 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 save us." A little hat cult, 1666. They're like, those little hats are appropriate. God told us to put the little hats on. Not in the fucking Tanakh or the what Yeshua. Fucking Yeshua says, uncover your head when you pray. Oh no, no, no! Rabbi Billy Bob, such a judge from Siskiyou, told us we have to put the little hat on to bring honor to our God. We have to be humble before our gods. That's where it came from. The black cube cult. What are you talking about? The black cube cult. When you see these religious leaders wearing fucking little hats like the Catholics, the rabbinic, and you got the ones in the Islam, yeah, they're all wearing little hats. And you wonder why. Why? Why do you wear little hats, people? Why do you wear little hats? It's because when the one was instructed by the shiny one on how to perform magic. Magic? They're not doing magic. Well, in their version, they're doing Kabbalah. They're doing, Catholicism, voodoo, whatever the fuck they want to call it, alright? The Black Cube Cult. And they were told, cover your fucking head and humble before us. Yeah. Legion tells them to cover their head in the way they do. Oh, you can think I am. Oh, you're speaking evil. Evil. Touch not God's anointed. It is a fucking cult that swallows the bullshit from Legion because Legion was given permission to do this because the people didn't want to listen to Yahweh. So Yahweh allowed a deceiving spirit to give them all these things to do. Yeah, and they have went wild with it, man. Babylonian Talmud books, fucking shitloads, Catholicism. You got all those fucking Islamic leaders and jihad, whatever the fuck, coming up with whatever they want to define in how they believe God wants them to be. So, yeah, they're starting a war. Things are moving into place. So the little shiny blue ones, and you get the shiny people, then you get the grays, you get the fucking Queen of the South, all of them, they're all gathering for this big festival. You're gonna see a lot of people die. And if you're in Israel, and you're putting your hope in what these little hat ones and these fucking ones have told you that, oh, don't worry, the army comes and you shall see God deliver us and remove the evil away from us, and we shall all be appointed kings and queens of the world, and everyone else shall follow and be in our slaves. The Mashiach's coming. The Megatron. The shiny one. Fuck, man. This cult is real. This cult has played you all. This cult loves magic. They love playing with things, and they're waiting and waiting. But there is ones that follow and say, allow the village idiots to run with their ways. We shall sit back in the shadows and just allow things to happen as they happen. That is the clay and iron. And they use these village idiots, the ones that are so quick to slap the little hats on, and the ones that fucking worship the shiny ones at the bottom of that fucking lake, like Putin, the village idiot. He went, I need your help, guys. Will you give me something to help? So he was given a fucking bullshit thing, and soon he's gonna biohack, and he's gonna use something, and fucking beings are going to show up that are going to make the world shit themselves. Oh yeah, you guys are all going to cry for peace and security. You're all going to fucking just not know what the fuck just happened in the world. The little hat cult disappears. All those that have pledged and sold their souls to the shiny one, the Megatron. I know he's pronounced something, but I'll call him fucking Megatron. The Cube, the Black Cube, alright? The one that speaks from beyond, the ancient one. He the one that plays y'all. Oh yeah, he plays you and he's fucking laughing his ass off at watching you guys lead yourselves to the meat grinder. And you're all gonna disappear. Because the ones that sit in the shadows watching all you village idiots fucking go and kill yourselves, they know the path that's gonna come. They understand that the clay and iron, and they understand that the Roman Empire rises again. And it's not as hell the fucking little hat cult ones say it's gonna be. It's gonna be as what Yehovah has said. But hey, little hat cult every day wishes in one hand and shits in the other, and they will never get what they believe they're gonna get. They get pain and they get destroyed. And Yehovah has repeated this over and over. But because, see, they put dog vomit and they cover all the word of Yehovah with dog vomit. Not these nice dogs, but them vile dogs that just vomit up whatever shit from their guts. Because they would rather believe the shiny one. And when the shiny one says, you can do whatever you want, whatever you desire, you sacrifice people. It is to bring the kingdom. You have to make the kingdom happen, guys. You have to make the Mashiach appear. You cannot just expect it to happen. Oh, they get all fucked up. They get wiped out. That's why you have to leave Israel, because that little act called has fucking played you all to believe that that is the greater Exodus. Oh, the return, the Exodus, the return of all to Israel happened. That was 1948. Yes, on one day the nation became again, and the language became again. They twist truth. But hey, watch it happen. But if you read Yahavah's word and you just keep it simple and see what Yahavah is saying and see what Yeshua Jesus, the word of Yahavah made flesh and walked among us, his living heart, everything that the Father said was exactly said to us by Yeshua Jesus. Because Yahavah knew that every fucking time he tried to tell others to do shit and everything, even with Moses, hey Moses, do this. No, he adds to it. Oh well, we need this to add it to, adding, requesting, and it ends. And it ended, and it was fulfilled and done and made perfect by Yahovah, because no one saves us but Yahovah. And Yeshua Jesus is Yahovah. Anyone that says otherwise and says it's some dude that earned his divinehood and shit like that, yeah, man, you can trust them and you can follow their little hat ways and you can follow shit and do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, because trust me, the wise and the foolish both wake up at once. They both wake up. And the master showed this, told you this, showed you in a parable, told you this by his words, and he will fulfill his word. God fulfills his word. He doesn't need little vampires and muppets and little hats. They don't want prophecy to be as how what Yahovah says, because they want their ways to be the only way. But Yahovah's ways are pure and true, and he has delivered us, and whosoever believes be saved. But there is a divide between the foolish and the wise believers. So walk as Yeshua Jesus said the wise walk, as the little hat cult. They're going fucking bonkers now, and they play left and right. They play all sides. And they don't just wear little hats. They'll wear red strings and they'll wear other shit like, the rosaries and shit like that. There's many variations and many flavors of this soda pop cult. So, the Legion, the shiny ones, and the blue one, and the little gray ones, and all the different ones are all coming together. because their kingdom, clay and iron, are about to rise. And these little hat cult and these Muppets that they use, the vampires, they're all gone. Babylonian ways do not rise. The CCP, the UN, the government of Israel, the government of Iran, the government of all multiple, many areas of the Ukraine, Russia, all kinds. They are played into this doom because that's what they desire. They believe the shiny one, the black cube. Yeah, wishing one hand, shitting the other. But clay and iron rises. And if I was born in Israel right now, I would find haven in the Midwest USA. It might be the safest place for you, because the world's gonna go wacko quite a bit. They got their bioweapon, they got their fucking war, they got their fucking shit, they got their Muppets everywhere. And it's gonna be hell on earth, because death and hell are riding. And the Queen of the South, she wants to rise. And she wants blood to flow in the land. So, they believe larger the sacrifice, greater the reward. So, stay safe. Remember, it's an awesome year to grow a garden, because you get your fucking Muppets everywhere that are making your life hard for a reason. Just like before the Exodus in Egypt. Remember, walk as Yeshua said, the wise walked out, caring for the least of these your brethren, because he takes it personal. Yahweh later. The word of Yahweh. I will destroy man and animal. I will destroy the bird of the sky and the fish of the sea and the stumbling blocks of the wicked. And I will cut off mankind from the face of the land. The word of Yahweh. I will stretch out my hand against Judah and against all the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And I will cut off from this place any remnant of the Baal, and the memory of the ministers with priests, and those who prostrate themselves on the roofs to the heavenly hosts, and those who bow down and swear to Yahweh, and then swear by their king, and those who have turned back from following Yahweh, and those who have not sought Yahweh nor inquire after him. Be silent before the Lord Yahweh Elohim, for the day of Yahweh is near. For Yahweh has prepared a slaughter. He has invited his guests. And it will happen on the day of Yahweh's slaughter that I will deal with the officials and the king's sons and all who wear foreign garments. And I will deal with all those who leap over the threshold on that day, and with those who fill the houses of their masters with injustice and deceit. On that day, the word of Yahweh, there will be a sound of an outcry from the fish gate, and a wail from the second gate, and of a great catastrophe from the hills. Wail, O inhabitants of Mektesh, for the entire people of Canaan has been destroyed. All those laden with silver have been cut off. It will be at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and I will deal with the men who are settled on their lees, who say in their heart, Yahweh will not do good, and will not do evil. Their wealth will give away to plunder, and their houses to desolation. They will build houses, but will not dwell in them. They will plant vineyards, but not drink the wine. The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hastens greatly. The sound of the day of Yahweh, when the mighty warriors cries out bitterly. A day of fury is that day, a day of trouble and distress, a day of destruction and desolation, a day of darkness and blackness, a day of cloud and thick cloud, a day of trumpet and battle cries against the fortified cities and against the high towers. I will lay siege against the people, and they will go about like the blind, for they have sinned against Yahweh. Their blood will be spilt out like dust, and their flesh like dung. Even their silver, even their gold, will not be able to rescue them on the day of Jehovah's fury. In the fire of his zeal, the entire land will be consumed, for he will make an abrupt one, of all the inhabitants of the land. Improve yourselves, and improve each other, O nation without desire.